Geneva is the second largest city in Switzerland at the base of the Alps, known for international diplomacy, a rich cultural history, watchmaking, delicious chocolate. That's the creamiest chocolate I've ever had in my life. And the beautiful Lake Geneva. After driving from Italy and France through the Alps, we finally made it to Geneva late last night for a quick stopover before our train to Paris. If you're like us and only have a few hours to spend in the city, come along for the morning and see what you can do with it. From the front? Love it.
This is Emily getting ready. Telling me I'm late.
We've left the mountains mostly, except there's still some in the background. You can kind of see them. Going to find some chocolate and a view of Lake Geneva before we have to catch our train back to Paris in a couple hours.
We started the morning by walking along the banks of the Rhône all the way to Lake Geneva. On the way, it started to rain, and there was a lot of traffic. I gotta be honest, even though Geneva is a fun place to visit, it's still mostly a practical city. There's so much that goes on here with industry and politics. It's not always the most fun. I like to think the people we encountered were mostly bankers or policy workers. Everyone kind of wore a suit and knew exactly where they were going. Partway through, we found Geneva's Flower Clock, a famous outdoor clock built in 1955 dedicated to the city's watchmakers. When we finally made it to Lake Geneva, the views were incredible, including their very famous water jet, which is one of the tallest fountains in the world. The coolest thing about this fountain to me is it was actually built for practical reasons. In the 1800s, they built the fountain to control and release extra hydraulic pressure at one of the local hydropower plants. The power plant doesn't exist anymore, but it became one of the biggest cultural landmarks of the city, so they increased the size of the fountain and moved it into the center of the lake, so it's even more beautiful these days than when it was originally built. And then it was time to find a chocolate shop to get dessert and breakfast at the same time. We picked du Rhône. Supposedly it was where Winston Churchill loved to buy his chocolate. Also, in general, it's supposed to be one of the best in the city, so obviously we had to try it for ourselves. So there's several chocolate shops in Geneva, and this one, du Rhône, opened in 1875, and it's one of the oldest in the city. Do you want to cheers the chocolate?
That's amazing. This is real chocolate.
That's the creamiest chocolate I've ever had in my life. It's really good chocolate. It looks so good. Wow. In all honesty, there's a couple places in Geneva that are also worth checking out if you love chocolate, and I'll make sure to add those in a few links below. We just only had enough time to go to one of them before our train.
Emily got scared there for a moment. She's just doing her own thing.
This would be a Christmas market at night, but when we came in last night, we didn't go, and now it's closed.
Honestly, I'm okay not seeing another Christmas market.
Yeah, we saw a lot of Christmas markets.
Saw like 8.
When I was a study abroad student in Lyon, I got the chance to go to Geneva a couple other times and see more in the city as well, so I'm gonna add a few suggestions below of other things you can do with your time here. If you haven't checked out the other vlogs in the Europe series yet, there are several of them, and now it's almost time to go home for Christmas. And after Christmas, I'm traveling to an entirely new continent this time for a couple months. So make sure to stick around for more adventures in the story of a life unfolding. If you're already here now and watching to the end, I'm so thankful for you! It is my deepest hope that you'll learn from these experiences too. Thanks for watching. See you next time.